New York City, a place where dreams rise as high as the buildings but sometimes fall just as hard. In a small apartment between those towering skyscrapers lived David and Alyssa, a married couple holding on to love while chasing the American dream. David was a mechanical engineer who came to the US with big hopes and even bigger ambitions. Alyssa, born and raised in America, worked as a school teacher. They met in a university library, two strangers connected by books, coffee, and quiet conversations that slowly turned into love. The first years of marriage were peaceful. Then one evening, everything changed. David came home early, sat silently on the couch, and stared at the floor. Alyssa asked softly, "What happened?" David whispered. "I lost my job, in America." Losing a job doesn't just mean losing income. It means losing security, confidence, and sometimes self-worth. Months pass. David applied everywhere. Interview after interview. What? Same answer every time. "We'll get back to you." But no one ever did. Slowly, David began doubting himself. "Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe I'm not good enough. I'm failing you." Alyssa listened quietly. One night, she held his hands and said, "You are not a job title. You are my husband. You are my dream." She took extra shifts, after-school tutoring, weekend babysitting. She was tired, but she never complained. David asked her, "Why are you doing all this?" She smiled and said, "Because while you're preparing to fly, it's my job to make sure you don't fall." One evening, completely broken, David asked, "What if I fail?" Alyssa replied, "Then we'll fail together. But we will never quit." She reminded him why he came to America. Not just for money, but to prove something to himself. "You once told me," she said, "I never give up. Today I'm giving those words back to you." David made a brave decision. He used his savings to start a small online mechanical design business. At first, nothing. No clients, sleepless nights, bills piling up. One night, holding an unpaid electricity bill, David said, "We can't do this." Alyssa folded the bill, hugged him, and whispered, "Money will come later. Courage comes first." Slowly, things changed. One client died, then another. 6 months later, the business started making profit. The day David signed his first big contract, he ran home with tears in his eyes. "This isn't my victory," he said. "It's ours." Years later, they moved into a better home. Days, but never. David often says, "If Alyssa hadn't stood by me, I would be in America, but not alive in my..." And Alyssa says, "A real marriage isn't one without problems. A real marriage is one where neither lets go, even in the darkest times." Even in the darkest times. Moral message: a true love stands firm during failure or success, is built together, not alone behind every struggle.